This podcast covers the Battle of Longanewala 1971. The Pakistan Army tank attack at Longanewala has always intrigued and bewildered the military historians. This is a short graphic examination of that battle. Brigadier Zade Khan, in his autobiography published in 1989, justified the attack. I personally interviewed him in 2002 and he again justified it in the following words, quote, "After the Operation Labbaik ended in fiasco, everyone claimed that they were not privy to the operation, though 206 Brigade Commander was removed from command for objecting to the operation. The mission assigned to 18 Division was defend the area of responsibility in order to ensure the security of the main line of communications, Karachi Multan, and be prepared to carry out the war into the enemy territory under favorable conditions. This implied the guarding of 600 miles road and rail communications close to the border. 18 Division successfully carried out its mission. It was a classical spoiling attack which put the Indians off balance. The division's mission was achieved." Unquote. Now, Brigadier Zade Khan is being wise after the event. Certainly, 18 Division attack was a fiasco and its intention was not to unnerve the Indians. However, Indian Army 12th Division Commander was one of the lowest caliber Indian commanders of 1971 war apart from Rowley and Rana, and this greatly helped the Pakistan Army. Major General Fazle Muqeem Khan, who wrote Pakistan Army's first officially sanctioned account in 1973, had a totally different opinion from Zade Khan's view expressed as late as 1999. Quote, "In the overall plan, the mission of the division was defensive by virtue of the paucity of resources compared to its task. It seems, however, that at a later stage, the Army Chief of Staff, on a visit to formation, somewhat peremptorily and without due process of staff study, conceived the idea of an offensive mission for this division as well. What purpose was to be achieved by this offensive is not clear. If the idea was to keep the Indian forces in that area fixed, this could have been done by other methods. In any case, the time and space factors would not have enabled the Indian troops deployed in this area being withdrawn in time to influence the battle in the plains of Punjab. In the event, this decision turned out to be an unfortunate one, as the division with a brigade detached as it was to look after the Khokropar Umarkot approach was not equal to the allotted task of capturing Ramgarh 40 miles deep in enemy territory, leave alone aspiring to capture Jaisalmer another 40 miles away." Unquote. Pakistan's second officially sanctioned historian, Major General Shaukat Raza, was totally blank although he had complete access to all the archives and had nothing to state about the rationale of the Longanewala attack in his book. Thus, Shaukat Raza merely stated as follows, quote, 18th Division had the mission to defend Karachi sector. In November, it was given an additional mission to capture Jaisalmer, unquote. Lieutenant General Gul Hasan Khan, in his autobiography published in 1993, was more straightforward and stated as below, quote, another formation that failed to achieve its mission was 18th Division in the desert area south of Bhaulpur, but then the episode falls in a different category in that the commander, who had a vast area to defend, including Hyderabad, had been wheedled or coerced by the Chief of Staff during his countless trips to Karachi to plan or seize objectives that were beyond the means at his disposal, unquote. True that Longanewala attack in its final outcome turned out to be a classic strategic spoiling attack that derailed the planned Indian attack on Rahimyar Khan, but this certainly was not the attention of the Pakistani planners of the attack. Pakistani plan, map to illustrate the area of operations of the Battle of Longanewala. As you can see, the border is marked like this on the map. As you can see, this is the main Pakistani line of communication, the Karachi-Peshawar road, and this is Longanewala, about 12-13 miles from the border, as you can see. Then is Ramgarh, as you can see, further away, and then Jaisalmer, as you can see. And this is the Indian jump off point for the attack on Rahimyar Khan, Kishangarh, Islamgarh, and Bhagla Rahimyar Khan, to cut the Pakistani line of communication at Rahimyar Khan. As you can see, this is the map to illustrate the area of operations. Pakistani plan. Pakistani plan envisaged attack by 18th Division commanded by Major General B.M. Mustafa using 2 infantry brigades, 51 Brigade and 206 Brigade, and 2 tank regiments, 22 cavalry equipped with T-59 tanks and 38 cavalry equipped with Sherman 2 tanks, 51 Brigade with 22 cavalry under command was to lead the advance and capture Ramgarh and subsequently Jaisalmer. 206 Brigade with 38 cavalry under command was to capture Longanewala, following 51 Brigade, which was to lead the advance and bypass Longanewala, leaving some elements to mask it. Pakistani attack plan, Phase 1, 51 Brigade to capture Ramgarh, bypassing Longanewala. As you can see, 51 Brigade was to capture Ramgarh, bypassing Longanewala, as you can see, and 22 cavalry was to lead this advance. Pakistani attack plan, Phase 1, 51 Brigade to capture Ramgarh, bypassing Longanewala, as you can see clearly. Pakistani attack plan, Phase 2, 206 Brigade to capture Longanewala, following 51 Brigade and 51 Brigade to capture Jaisalmer, as you can see. 18th Division order of battle, as you can see, 18th Division commanded by Major General B.M. Mustafa had 2 tank regiments, 22 and 38, an R&S battalion, 28 Baluch, Div artillery with 2 field and 1 medium regiment, engineer battalion, EME battalion, signal company, 55 brigade, Brigadier Anwarul Haq, my father's DS in the 68 Staff College, had 3 battalions, as you can see, 206 Brigade, Jahanzeb Arbab, 3 infantry battalions, as you can see, and 51 Brigade, as you can see, 2 infantry battalions, 10 Punjab and 38 Baluch. As you can see, this is the 18th Division order of battle. The area of operations, as you can see, Chor sector is in the south, opposite Mirpur Khas, and this is the main north-south railway as well as the road, and as you can see, this is the Longanewala, Ramgarh, Jaisalmer area, as you can see, a vast area of operations. Indian plan, 12 Indian Division order of battle, as you can see, 12 Indian Division had 30 infantry brigade, 3 infantry battalions, 45 infantry brigade, 3 regular battalions and 2 BSF battalions, 322 brigade, 3 regular battalions, Div artillery, 2 artillery regiments, 20 lancers AMX 13, 6 independent squadron T-55. The weakest Indian point was this Major General R.K. Khambata. The worst GOC of Indian Army in history, as far as one can safely conclude, matched only with Rowley, who was commanding a corps disastrously in the 71 war. Indian plan was to deploy a brigade in holding role with heavy bias towards Sadewala in the northeast and defend Longanewala in the southwest with a weak infantry company. As you can see, remaining 2 brigades with 20 lancers less tank squadron was to attack and capture Rahim Khan. As you can see, this is the Indian attack plan. As you can see, Longanewala was low priority and the Indian bias was towards the right, towards the area north of Sadewala, as you can see, and they were planning to launch a main attack from Kishangarh towards Islamgarh, switch left and attack towards Bhagla and Rahim Khan. This was the 12 Indian Division attack plan through very difficult sandy terrain, and worse still, the most hopeless commander of the Indian Army was leading 12 Division, thankfully for Pakistan. 51 Brigade was to lead the attack. It had 3 infantry battalions, 10 Punjab, 38 Baluch, and an East Bengal regiment, which was kept an unofficial prisoner of war in between minefields encircling it, and 1 tank regiment, 22 cavalry under command consisting of T-59 tanks. The East Bengal regiment, considered unreliable, was deployed inside a mined area and was unable to move out, since an East Bengal regiment in Lahore sector, as we have discussed in another book, in Lahore sector had already partly defected to the Indian side. This practically left the brigade with 2 infantry battalions. 51 Brigade attack with only 1 infantry battalion and 1 tank regiment, as 10 Punjab was unable to move in time because of bad logistics. As you can see, the attack went with 38 Baluch and 22 cavalry, as because of bad logistics, of course failure of the 18th Division headquarters, 10 Punjab was unable to move in time. As you can see, 38 Baluch and 22 cavalry moved to attack Longanewala. A task force comprising 38 cavalry less tank squadron with 1st Punjab and a mortar battery following 22 cavalry and 38 Baluch was also placed under command 51 Brigade. Brigadier Z.A. Khan commanding 38 cavalry described 51 Brigade Commander Tariq Mir as visibly shaken before actual operations had commenced at the time of orders group. 22 cavalry was organized in 4 squadrons with each squadron carrying a company of 38 Baluch. 51 Brigade was to bypass Longanewala and capture Ramgarh. Brigadier Z.A. Khan commanding a task force comprising 38 cavalry less squadron, 1st Punjab. 10th Punjab was left behind because of bad logistics, and 22 cavalry and 38 cavalry reached 3 miles of Longanewala area at about 0200 hours 5th December 1971 as Brigadier Z.A. Khan's book. As per Brigadier Z.A. Khan's book, 22 cavalry was not supposed to attack Longanewala at all, but CO-22 cavalry and CO-38 Baluch on their own modified the original plan and decided to attack Longanewala. Ironically, 22 cavalry wasted 5 hours in attacking a puny infantry company at Longanewala with no minefields and attacked the puny infantry company at 0700 hours 5th December, the most disastrous decision of the operation. The Indian Company Commander Major Chand Puri had alerted Indian Higher Command, who ordered the Hunter aircrafts at Jaisalmer to attack 22 cavalry. Z.A. Khan claimed that Jahanzebur Bab had earlier the night before had asked the medium regiment to fire a shell at Longanewala, and this shell had alerted Major Chand Puri. This is a claim of Z.A. Khan. Now, as you can see, 22 cavalry along with 38 Baluch surrounds Longanewala between 0200 hours at night and 0700 hours 5th December, but is scattered by 4 Indian Air Force Hunters which launch 17 sorties. As you can see, 22 cavalry was not supposed to attack Longanewala at all, but its CO on his own, in discussion with 38 Baluch, decided to attack Longanewala. So this was the first major failure of the operation. As you can see, 22 cavalry with 38 Baluch mounted on tanks arrives at Longanewala, waits for many hours during the dark hours, and in the morning at 0700 hours leisurely attacks Longanewala, and the Indian aircrafts play hell with 22 cavalry. It was never supposed to attack Longanewala. 22 cavalry along with 38 Baluch surrounds Longanewala between 0200 hours and 0700 hours 5th December, but is scattered by 4 Indian Air Force Hunters which launched 17 sorties. 38 Cavalry Task Force commanded by Z.A. Khan, comprising tank squadron and 2 companies of 1st Punjab. They reach Mojewale Toba on the other axis. As you can see, Indian aircrafts comprising 4 Hunters launched 17 sorties, and 22 cavalry was written off as a fighting entity, its 40 odd tanks destroyed or damaged in few hours. I interviewed various veterans of 22 cavalry in the period 1983-93. The consensus was that Longanewala was never attacked by 22 cavalry. They just fired from a distance and never attacked Longanewala, as they feared that the barbed wire surrounding Longanewala was a minefield. Such was the pathetic conduct. Brigadier who relieved Longanewala also confirmed that 22 cavalry never physically attacked the puny company at Longanewala. He thus stated, the Indian brigadier, quote, actually there was no physical assault on the post by enemy tanks or infantry. This was confirmed later by a Pakistani Bangladeshi officer who was with the leading Pakistani infantry battalion and escaped to our side after the ceasefire. There was no dead body or crippled tank within 400 meters of the post, unquote. So much for the fight, so much exaggerated by the Pakistani officers and various people you meet. This was the end of the offensive phase of Pakistan's Longanewala attack. 38 Cavalry Less Squadron Task Force along with 1st Punjab had no role in the attack on Longanewala. The amount of fighting 38 Cavalry did in 1971 war may be gauged from the fact that it suffered 4 fatal casualties in the whole of 1971 war, and this too for all the 3 squadrons. Note that the 3rd squadron in Chor performed miserably and an officer was court-martialed or penalized. 206 Brigade. The brigade comprised 3 battalions with 1st Punjab, 41 Punjab and 20 FF. 1st Punjab since 1969 was part of the newly raised 206 Brigade, 18 Division at Rahimyar Khan. It was being commanded in 1971 by Lieutenant Colonel Sadiq Malik. 1st Punjab was transferred to command 51 Brigade of 18 Division on 22nd December 1971 and ordered to move to Dharki. This move was completed on 3rd December 1971. Map showing 206 Brigade deployment. As you can see, this is the 1st Punjab and this is 20 FF, and they came from the Reti railway station, the main Rahimyar Khan Karachi line, and this is 41 Punjab in a screen position on the northern side of the 1st Punjab and 20 FF, and the readers may note that 41 Punjab had absolutely no role in the actual fighting. The brigade was launched in the operation with 2 infantry battalions, 1st Punjab and 20 FF, while its 3rd battalion, 41 Punjab, was deployed in the north to protect Rahimyar Khan Sindh communications as shown on the map. As you can see, 1st Punjab was transferred to under command 51 Brigade of 18 Division on 22nd November 1971 and ordered to move to Dharki. This move was completed on 3rd December 1971. As you can see, 1st Punjab arrived at Dharki. To capture Jaisalmer airfield, while 2 companies of 1st Punjab were, as per Brigadier Rizvi initially, the task assigned to 2 companies of 1st Punjab as part of 51 Brigade was to capture Jaisalmer airfield, while 2 companies of 1st Punjab were to be 51 Brigade Reserve. This is as per Brigadier Rizvi. However, this arrangement was changed and 1st Punjab was transferred back to its original formation 206 Brigade. 1st Punjab advanced on 4th and 5th December without encountering any Indians. The overall plan of 18 Division for Longanewala offensive, in which 1st Punjab was participating, was that 51 Brigade comprising 22 cavalry, 38 Baluch and 10 Punjab would lead the advance and capture Ramgarh and Jaisalmer. As you can see, this is the 18 Division plan of attack. Again, as you can see, this is the 206 Brigade and this is the other brigade. As you can see, 51 Brigade and 206 Brigade. As you can see, interestingly, low caliber of military history writing may be judged from the fact that Major General Shaukat Raza totally missed what 10 Punjab was supposed to do as part of 51 Brigade while discussing the 18 Division plan in his official history. Just forgets about 10 Punjab. Brigadier Rizvi's book is also an absolute disaster, and Rizvi is totally clueless and vague about 10 Punjab's precise role as part of 51 Brigade. In this highly vague and pathetic, lowest caliber of military history writing in Pakistan, we assume that 10 Punjab was also supposed to advance towards Longanewala and Ramgarh as part of 51 Brigade. As you can see, Longanewala was held by an infantry company of 23rd Punjab Indian Army, according to Indian sources. Besides its integral small arms, Alpha Company 23 Punjab had 2 medium machine guns, 2 81mm mortars for anti-tank defense, 4 shoulder-fired rocket launchers, 2 Jeep-borne 106mm rifles. From the battalion arrived at 0230 hours on 5th December, 3 AMX light tanks, no match for the T-59 or Shermans in a tank fight, came up at about 0800 hours on 5th December. From hearsay, we assume that 2 companies of 28 Baluch Iraqi support were also part of 51 Brigade force. 206 Brigade, comprising 1st Punjab, 20 FF and 38 Cavalry, would follow 51 Brigade, and Brigadier Jahanzeb Rabab, Commander 206 Brigade, issued his orders at 1300 hours 4 December 1971, according to which 1st Punjab with a squadron of 38 Cavalry under command was to capture Mojiewala Toba by 300 hours 5th December 1971. As per Rizvi's book, our Air Force was to establish and maintain superiority for the first 2 days. Unquote. This statement is in total opposition to the various Pakistani books dealing with the 1971 war. Now again map to illustrate and explain operations of 1st Punjab during the Battle of Longanewala. As you can see, 1st Punjab was to advance towards Mojiewala Toba, and the important landmarks are Kharotar and point 431 short of Longanewala. As you can see, as per 1st Punjab plan, 2 companies were to secure Mojiewala along with Squadron 38 Cavalry by 0300 hours 5th December 1971, while 2 remaining companies of 1st Punjab were in reserve. A and B company of 1st Punjab were commanded by Major Sultan Sher Afghan Kiani, who was later awarded a Sitara Jorat, Pakistani equivalent of Military Cross. As per Brigadier Rizvi's account, 38 Cavalry assembly area was just 2 miles west of the border when 1st Punjab commenced the operation to join 38 Cavalry Squadron. It was delayed as tractors to carry out the movement could not be assembled. Finally, 1st Punjab, having managed some tractors, mustered 21 men and marched towards Mojiewala with 6 tanks of 38 Cavalry at 0515 hours 5th December. This small force crossed the border at 0615 hours 5th December. As you can see, it's a small force map to illustrate 1st Punjab operations on 4th and 5th December 1971. As you can see, this is how they advanced. The move as per Brigadier Rizvi was highly disorganized due to lack of vehicles and extremely bad terrain. At 1600 hours 5th December 1971, Brigadier Jahanzeb Rabab orders to 1st Punjab to move to Longanewala. 10th Punjab, which was part of 51 Brigade, was also ordered to be ready to attack Longanewala along with the 1st Punjab. As you can see, this was the situation. Be available to attack on order at 1600 hours 5th December. 51 Brigade was in contact with Indian company defending Longanewala, and Commander 206 Brigade Jahan Bab ordered 1st Punjab and 10th Punjab to move forward to Longanewala and be ready to attack on orders at 1600 hours 5th December, as you can see. And as per the accounts already discussed, 38 Baluch or 22 cavalry never physically attacked Longanewala, never came more than 400 meters near Longanewala, as you can see. And these two battalions, 1st Punjab and 10th Punjab, were ordered now to be ready to attack Longanewala at 1600 hours 5th December, as you can see clearly. Enlarged map showing positions of 51 Brigade and 206 Brigade about midday 5th December 1971. As you can see, the 51 Brigade has 10 Punjab, as you can see, in the rear, and 22 cavalry and 38 Baluch in front of Longanewala, as you can see midday. 22 cavalry has already been written off, 38 Baluch has also not done anything, 28 Baluch, 2 companies, a controversy remains, did nothing, but more on this later on. As you can see, 1st Punjab with elements of 38 cavalry squadron and 20 FF with elements of 38 cavalry squadron, as you can see. Enlarged map showing the position of 51 Brigade and 206 Brigade about midday 5th December 1971. As you can see, enlarged map depicting orders to 1st Punjab and 10th Punjab to be ready to attack Longanewala, something like this. This map I have drawn with great difficulty, without any resources, as absolutely original map, so should not be plagiarized like Helion Books did with Ricky's book, in my case, and I had to write a review also about this plagiary. So this is the plan. 206 Brigade, which is the follow-up brigade, has to attack through this other brigade, attack Longanewala, 2 battalion attack, as you can see. 1st Punjab began a night march towards Longanewala at 2300 hours 5th December 1971. The orders were that 1st Punjab along with 10th Punjab would attack Longanewala at 0300 hours 6th December 1971. When 1st Punjab marched to a point 4 miles short of Longanewala, orders were changed, as 51 Brigade had already started withdrawal from Longanewala. As already discussed, they had received a severe thrashing from the aircrafts and had already started withdrawal from Longanewala, and 1st Punjab was ordered to take defensive position as described below. Brigadier Zade Khan described that 51 Brigade withdrew through 206 Brigade positions at Kharotar and took position a few miles behind. According to Zade Khan, 22 cavalry withdrew across the border into Pakistan. So 22 cavalry, as you can see, had no role. At 1600 hours 5th December 1971, 51 Brigade starts withdrawal from Longanewala. 22 cavalry retreats to Pakistan, as you can see, while 38 Baluch is deployed as depth battalion in 206 Brigade, delaying position with 1st Punjab and 10th Punjab in front at first light 06 December 1971. Now the important point to note is that it was these 2 battalions, 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab, which saved the 18th division, as you can see, and 38 Baluch is behind, of course, very nominal role. 22 cavalry has already crossed the border, so much of battering by the sabers that they have no role. 28 Baluch to RNS companies have also withdrawn. Again, this battalion was much criticized and we will discuss this battalion in a separate podcast, but we are concentrating on the infantry battle, and as we are seeing, 1st Punjab and 10th Punjab have taken a delaying position and covered the withdrawal of this other brigade along with 22 cavalry. 38 Baluch from the other brigade has taken a position in the depth, as you can see. Enlarged map depicting 51 Brigade withdrawing from longanewala, and 1st Punjab, 10th Punjab and 38 Baluch ordered to occupy a defensive position in Kharotar area. As you can see, 1st Punjab on the left, 10th Punjab on the right, 38 Baluch in the left, in the depth, and 22 cavalry and 20 FF and 38 cavalry squadron withdrawing towards the border. As you can see, this is the longanewala in front. As you can see, in this transformed situation, with 51 Brigade withdrawing from longanewala, 1st Punjab was ordered to occupy a defensive position at Kharotar. 1st Punjab was to be deployed left of track, longanewala, Gabbar, and 10th Punjab to be deployed right of the track. 38 Baluch was to occupy defensive position in depth. 38 Baluch was part of 51 Brigade, but Rizvi makes no mention of this battalion's parent brigade at this point in time. On 6 December 1971, 1st Punjab was engaged by Indian artillery and attacked by Indian tanks as per Brigadier Rizvi. There is considerable discrepancy in dates stated by Brigadier Rizvi and dates mentioned in Indian accounts. Praval's book states that Indian response was very slow